Did you know that the season of Christmas begins on December 25th? The shortest season of the year, the 12 days of Christmas, remind us that the birth of Jesus, the incarnation of Christ, takes place always and everywhere, and not just once upon a time in Bethlehem. Jesus is born anew with each day and with each moment. The Word becomes flesh in every encounter. Salvation is a moment-by-moment experience in which we become God's companions in healing the earth, in midwifing divinity in our own lives. Over the past few years, the Christmas season, the liturgical season of 12 days, has become important in my own spirituality. I take time each of the 12 days to reflect on some aspect of the incarnation of Jesus' birth in our lives. The season is a full one that shapes our lives long after the packages have been opened and the wrapping paper recycled. The season involves the wonder of childbirth, the politics of living in an occupied land, political refugees and state-sponsored violence, and God's revelation to foreigners and marginalized persons. Christmas is the stuff of Hallmark cards and carols and movies, and should always be so. But there is more. There is more. There's the wonder of a baby being born, the love of parents, the revelation of God among the poor, the starry, starry night, angelic visitors, and the chance to midwife divinity in our own lives. I wrote the 12 Days of Christmas books as part of my own spiritual journey. I reflected on that first year, on a particular person or movement as a window into God's presence, and then did it 2 more years. The first year I devoted to the 12 days of Christmas as they related to African-American mystic Howard Thurman, who spoke of the work of Christmas beginning when the packages have been put away and extending through the whole year, and who affirmed the power of hope in the context of marginalized and oppressed peoples. The second year I dedicated the book to Madeleine L'Engle, the author. I wonder as I wander, and her vision of science, fantasy, and incarnation. The third book focuses on the adventurous faith and earthy faith of the Celtic Christians. Thin places everywhere reminds us that every moment is a portal to divinity and that God comes to us around every corner. I hope that you'll enjoy these 3 books and share them with friends and family. Whether you explore the work of Christmas with Howard Thurman, whether you wander as you wander with Madeleine L'Engle, or discover thin places everywhere with the Celtic Christians. These 12 days of Christmas can change your lives. They can open you to new ways of understanding the incarnation in everyday life, and can fill you with joy and hope, even in this season of protest and pandemic. You'll discover that God is with you, that you can pray and protest, and that hope is always here.